darling friends, I hope you're all doing well. Today I've got a haul from quite a few different places. Some stuff's from Temu, Amazon, Dimmicks, and also I've done from Officeworks here in Australia, which is where I buy lots of my art supplies from. Okay, so let's get straight into it and we can see all my new goodies. Let's start off with books. So I got this Disney Stained Glass Colouring Book Volume 2. And I've always wanted to buy the Disney Vitrox, I don't know how to say it, but I saw this and there's a lot of similar pictures and actually some same pictures in there. So, and the paper is really, really good as well. It's quite thick. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. I've seen so many people colour in these books and the outcome is amazing. It's so different. So I'm looking forward to doing a couple of pictures in here. So I was really stoked when I got this because it is really similar to the flip throughs that I've seen of the other one. And I have seen, this is quite a large size book, and I have seen similar stained glass Disney books that are on really, the paper's not very good and they're just a little bit smaller. But I was really happy when I found this one. So I got this one from Dimmicks, which is a local bookstore over here in Australia. I also got Colour Me Capybaras, which is the cutest book I've ever seen. This is also from Dimmicks. I have got a flip through of this if you wanted to have a look at it a little bit better. And I will link that flip through at the end of this video. So many cute pictures of these little capybaras. And the paper's not too bad. I think this paper's pretty good. So it will probably take, it might take some watercolour. We'll see how we go with it. I also got this, the Wonderful Wizard of Oz colouring book. And this is a bit of a funny one for me. There's so many pages in here that I really like, but there's also a lot of like wallpaper pages. I'm not a fan of those, but when I was looking through it in the bookshop, I also got this from Dimmicks. I decided that there was a lot more images that I would like to colour than the ones that I wouldn't. And also with the fact that it's got these wallpaper pages, it means that I can use water medium on this page and not worry if it goes through because I'm not fussed about the wallpaper pages. I'm not a lover and I've never had books that have got the writing in it before, but I have seen other colourists that have made the writing look really beautiful within the picture. So I am looking forward to seeing how I can work that writing into the pictures as well. So like I said, lots of this wallpaper, but also some really great images in there. This one's beautiful and I really like this one as well. So really looking forward to seeing what I can do with that. That one's great too. I also got this colouring book of cards and envelopes, which is a Christmas book. But what this is it's got the cards in it that you can colour and then you can pull them out. I'll show you. I might pull one out so I can have a look. So they all just come out. I think they fold over here like this. I'll have to trim here. And then you just colour them in and they're really nice on the inside as well. And then towards the back of the book, which I think is super cool, they have the envelopes that go with the cards as well. So you can colour in the envelopes. And the inside of the envelopes is this really nice wallpaper. And I won't be colouring this in because that will drive me bonkers. But it looks really nice on the inside of the envelope when you pull the card out. And it also has the seals as well, the sticker seals for the back of your cards. So I thought this is really cool and it's something that me and my daughter can do together. And I make some cards for other people in the family. And the pictures are really pretty too. Like that's a really gorgeous one. Like they're really nice, pretty pictures. So that is the colouring book of cards and envelopes, Christmas. So there must be other versions of it as well. Like maybe there's an Easter one by Rebecca Jones. And it's like cardstock. So it's very heavy paper. Okay, so I got these pens which were recommended by Maya from Coloured by Maya. And she is one person that I always follow her recommendations. And she's cost me a lot of money. Thanks for that, Maya. But it's always worth it. I always end up loving the stuff that she's recommended. So what these are is their fine liners. So the brand is Languo or Languo. I'm not sure. I'll put it up here. And I got these. There's so many different packs of colours. I got these packs, so I just got the colour pack. So the blue, the skin colour, the pink, the Maillard, which is browns, and the green colour as well. They have lots of different shades. But they're really great because the tip on them is tiny, but the ink is like acrylic marker. So I'll show you here. I've started using them in one of my books here. If you can see, all these lines here are done with those pens. They go over the black really, really well. I would usually be using my Tuli Art acrylic pens to do this, but although I love them, the nibs are quite thick. So it kind of restricts the thinness that you can do the lines. But with these ones, with those tiny little nibs, absolutely amazing. I love these so much. Total bargain. I paid $3.50 to $4 a pack for these. So well worth it. I have heard other people say that their packs have lasted quite a long time. So fingers crossed that happens with these ones. So probably one of my best purchases this month. I also got these little stickers from Temu, and I'll show you. So they come in little packets like this. And my plan was to, so you can see on the back here, they show all the little different stickers they are. So I just was concentrating on the lanterns. I didn't want to worry about the other stuff. So if I can show you here, they're quite sparkly. It's really cool. But I was planning on just cutting around the lanterns individually and then popping them in my pictures. So I don't want to leave the like clear plastic around it at all. I just want to cut it out and then I can place them where I like within the trees on the image that I'm doing them on. I don't like the plastic because then you can see it's a sticker, whereas if you cut around the plastic, it doesn't look like so much of a sticker. I also got these ones here. So I'll show you the back. So they're like Christmas baubles. They've got different size ones. So I like these ones here. So if I cut around all these, it's going to be really fiddly. But if I cut around all those, I reckon they look really cool hanging from a tree or even on a window on a picture. And then I got these jewels as well. You can see. So these ones here. So they're super pretty and you can cut around, even though I didn't want to cut around the strings, I could just cut around the jewels and like put them on little bottles and maybe in people's hair, even on people's faces, just to add something a little bit extra, but making sure I cut around the individual jewels so there's no plastic there. And then I also got this strip of the lanterns. So same deal, I'll just cut around all the lanterns so I can stick them in some trees. While we're talking Temu, I'll show you these two books I got. So I got these Wizard of Oz books, just kids' books. They were super cheap. But what I wanted them for is, so I'm doing this book here, Escape to Oz. I'm trying to fill every page up with collage. I needed some collage in there. There was actually a like Wizard of Oz collage, but it was so hard for me to find anything in the secondhand shops. I haven't been able to find anything at all. So I decided just to buy these cheap books off Temu. And I know there'd be different pictures than what we're used to as well. So there's quite a few cool pictures in here. So I can use these in my collaging of those books. And then also this one here. It's really different because Dorothy in here's got blonde hair. So just lots of images in there for me to cut out and use in my collaging of my Wizard of Oz. I also got these bargain Conte pastel pencils. So here's a little story for you. So every time I go into Officeworks, which is like, in Australia, it's like a shop where you go to get like all your office stuff. But just lately, like in the last probably like 7 years, they've started stocking a lot of art supplies. And I've got a brand new one near where I live. And that is amazing. And it has everything. So many art supplies. I've actually taken a little video when I was in there. So I might do maybe a little video just showing what the art area in Officeworks is like. But they have so much in there, and that's my go-to now to get any art supplies. So it's not super like overpriced. There's not many places where I live really to get your art supplies from. So I go to Officeworks or Amazon is basically the two places I'll get them from. Or there's a couple of online shops that I'll use, Australian online shops as well. But every time I went in there, me and my daughter would grab these pastel pencils and like play with them, and they feel amazing. Like, I've never used a pastel pencil before. Then I'd look at the price and they're $7 each, and I'd be like, ooh, I do not think that I can pay $7 each for a pencil. So we always just leave them, but we always go and like use them because it's obviously so smooth. If you ever used a pastel pencil before, it's beautiful. It's just it feels really beautiful to use. But we've never actually purchased them. The last time I went into Officeworks, my daughter said to me, Mum, those Conte pencils are on sale. And I was like, oh yeah, thinking, they'll be $1 off, but they're only $3. So we went halves and we got all these colours here. So that was a big bargain, but I haven't used them yet. I did also buy these blending stumps to go with them. And this pack's really good because it has this sandpaper in here as well to sharpen your blending stumps. So I am going to save them till Christmas holidays when I can have some time to actually YouTube how to use them and give them a really good go in one of my books. So the pigment is amazing. It does give off a lot of little fine dust, obviously, but you can actually use that fine dust and blend it back in. So looking forward to having the chance to play around with these, and hopefully I can do a page and show you how I go. This one's a splurge. I spoilt myself and got myself some Paul Rubens watercolours. I've been looking at them for ages, and these ones were in the Black Friday sale and they were 20% off, I think. So I just did it. I just went for it because it's something that I've been looking at for ages. Let's have a look. The packaging is super pretty. And I know there's a couple of different packs you can get. There's a couple of different colours with different colours in it, but I got the pinks pack. Looking at the colours that they had, I thought that this was the type of colours that I would like. So it's hard for me to show you because I haven't even swatched them out yet. But obviously it does come with these all in here. I'm going to have to take them all out of the packets. So they come in these little packets, take them all out of the packets and swatch them. And I hate swatching. I know there's so many of you out there that love swatching, and I wish I could just send you all my stuff and you could swatch it for me because I get so impatient with swatching. I just want to use them. But they do have a swatch card. So that's good, and it fits right in there as well, which will be good because I actually have my individual swatches in all my art supplies. So in my pencils will have the swatch cards for those pencils in that pencil case, and in my other pencil case I'll have the swatch cards for those specific pencils in that pencil case. I don't actually have a space where I colour, so I don't have somewhere where I will have all my supplies, so it's easy for me I'm taking supplies out of where they are all the time and doing it all in different places of my house and outside. So if I take a product with me and the swatch cards in the product, it makes it a lot easier for me just to get down and do it. Super excited about those. I also got the Haiya Oil Pastels. I'm not sure if I've showed you these, but I don't think I have. I did get them a couple of months ago, but I don't think I actually showed them. So with these ones, the colours are really, really vibrant and pretty. So as you can see, as I was saying, that's the extent of my swatching and then I got sick of it. But to be honest, the colours of the pastel perfectly match the swatch. So there's no point for me to swatch. So if I was to pick up a red and then swatch it, it's going to be exactly the same as what I see here. So obviously with coloured pencils and things like that, you have to swatch because they never match. But these ones match perfectly. So I don't really think there's any need to swatch. And I really love these and I have been enjoying using them. But the one problem I have found is that some of them, I'll show you this one, especially it seems to be the blues and the greens, are really, really oily. Look at that. So I use a tissue and I will wipe off the oil before I use them. But I do find that because they're so oily, it makes them sticky. So when I'm using them in my colouring books, if I want to draw them onto the page and then smudge them out, they kind of get stuck and they don't smudge the way they would. But that's not all of the colours. It's just some of the colours. So I'll show you. So in my magical world here, smooth them out of the way for a minute, I did do this page and I did this background here. So this has got these colours. So the pinks, like the salmony colour and the yellows here. And they were fine. I had absolutely no problem at all smudging them out. They worked really, really well. But then when I did another page, which wasn't in this book, and it was blues, it just got stuck and I couldn't make it. I was trying to do blues and purples and it got really, really stuck and I couldn't get it to look nice. So I don't know if it's just the colours, certain colours. I thought it might be the paper, but I have since tried different paper and the colours did exactly the same thing. So it's actually a bit of a bummer because that's what I wanted to use them for. I'll see how I go. I can't remember who, but I did see another colorist on YouTube saying that hers do the same thing as well. So I was a relief because I thought maybe it was because it's quite humid over here at the moment. So I thought maybe it was just because of the heat, but she said that hers are doing it as well. So it must just be a thing with these Haiya Oil Pastels. Hopefully I can find a way to work around it, but we'll see how I go. Otherwise I might spoil myself and buy some other ones. Maybe even really cheap ones might be even better for what I need them for. So I might just try and get some from one of the cheap art, like cheap red dot shots or something like that, just to see if they will work a little bit better. I also got these Mungyo pearl colour oil pastels. I haven't really used these yet, but I'll show you. I'll get a little page. Get a little page here and we'll test some of the colours out. It's hard to see, but they do have quite a bit of shimmer to them. I'll do a couple and then I'll bring them up so we can have a look. See if you can see the shimmer and shine. So can you see? It might be a little bit hard to see, but they do have a little bit of a pearl effect, depending on what light. Oh, you might be able to see it easier there. So they're quite pretty. Try some other colours. I like so there you go. So you can see them. You can see the pearl effect a little bit, but obviously I haven't swatched them either. I might swatch these ones because they do look a little bit different with the pearl effect. You can see that they do look slightly different. I also got these Supervision watercolours from Temu. But I was a little bit worried when I first got them and I didn't show them in a haul because I thought they were fakes. But since then, I have had a couple of colorists tell me that they don't think they are fakes. They're just different packaging. So I must admit they are gorgeous. It's quite hard to see, but if I put these here, so they're so pretty. This one here has the purple and the gold in it. So lots of them have a mica colour in them. And I'm definitely looking forward to using them again. I was feeling a bit guilty about using them because I thought that they were knockoffs. But since then, I've been told that people don't think they are. So I'm really happy that I can use them without feeling guilt and maybe even buy some other colours in them as well because they're quite a good price. I can't actually remember what I paid for them, but it wasn't expensive at all. So there you go. There you have it. All my haul from last month and probably last month and a little bit of a month before, or maybe even 2 months. Not too many colouring books, but definitely supplies. So I will be ready to go for 2025. Okay, I will talk again soon. Bye.